Welcome back. This is video 3 of 8, and in this video we introduce Frank Borman and Frank Lorenzo and offer specific details about Frank Borman. There are 2 points I want to stress. First, in the matter of Frank Borman, one can argue that he was an ineffective leader. Faced with the challenges presented by and problems and resistance with the stiff-necked unions at Eastern Airlines that nearly completely refused to offer any concessions, was Borman a successful leader? Well, if the vision was to let an airline go by the wayside, then yes, he was. The overall goal, as we know in business, is to stay in business and to earn profits. And unfortunately, that was not the goal under Borman's watch. Instead, Frank Lorenzo took it over and bought it. Now, we'll look a little bit later at Borman, but for now, let's transition to Frank Lorenzo briefly. Lorenzo was not an effective leader either. Now, he allowed Eastern Airlines to fail because primarily he saw an opportunity in taking millions of dollars as a corporate raider. He took it from Eastern, he gave it to Continental Airlines and TIA, the parent corporation. Now, according to Peterson, Glab, and Bernstein, in their book entitled Rapid Descent, big money Wall Street financiers couldn't pressure him to turn over the operations of Eastern Airlines to more competent operations personnel, more competent than himself, that could have done something with the company, could have saved it and turned it around. That didn't happen. Instead, Eastern Airlines filed bankruptcy and dissolved. Now, with that in mind, let's now transition to discuss some basic details about Frank Borman. I found a very helpful website. It's NASA's website. It offered some great biographical details. You might check it out if you're interested. Now, Frank Borman, he was born in Gary, Indiana in 1928, and he was raised in Arizona. He graduated from the U.S. Military Academy in 1950 and accepted a commission into the U.S. Air Force. At the Academy, he earned his Bachelor of Science degree, and he eventually went to California Institute of Technology and earned a Master of Science degree in aeronautical engineering. This is a very smart man. He also has a truly impressive list of accomplishments. In addition to being a U.S. military officer, he was a test pilot. He was also a NASA astronaut. He rose through the ranks of the military and earned numerous awards. Now get this, he also earned the Congressional Space Medal of Honor. In 1970, he retired from the Air Force as a full colonel and accepted employment with Eastern Airlines. It wasn't long before he was promoted to CEO, and it took him just about 6 years. He finally left in 1986 after TIA and Lorenzo bought out the company. Now, my main point about Borman at this juncture is that he was an example of an excellent leader in the military and in government. However, it's a very different story in corporate America, as he learned. He couldn't get the unions to cooperate. Now, in the next video, we discuss some basic details about Frank Lorenzo and learn additional important lessons about leadership.